Forecast First, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey, across central Illinois, not as much in the way of snow today, but we can still see a few flurries out there as we go throughout the course of tonight. Cold temperatures once again struggling through the teens, but with the wind factored in, we see that number turn to the single digits. Current wind chill is 6 degrees outside. As we go throughout the rest of tonight, another cold one in store for us, hanging into those mid-teens. When we come back, we've got more snow to talk about. First, a system for the weekend, a stronger one for next week, and a huge blast of cold air with some of the coldest we have seen in several years. We'll talk about it coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Closing statements took place today in a recount case. Why that isn't the end of the fight over a sheriff's race. Plus, a popular restaurant is in ruins after a fire. Why nearly 300 firefighters worked together to put it out. And more people will be able to get the vaccine in Illinois after a change in eligibility. Why that's worrying some and making others hopeful.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
The Macon County Sheriff's recount case was back in the courtroom today. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. This was the last scheduled hearing for that case, but the recount's far from over. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey's live in our Springfield newsroom. Cole, they weren't in the courtroom very long today.
Yeah, that's right. The judge heard the rest of the testimony from 2 witnesses that were brought up at a previous hearing. She heard their testimony today, but that was it for this latest hearing. This recount lawsuit has already been going on for over 2 years, and there's still a long way to go. The 2 sides are scheduled to have a conference call at the beginning of March, and then it won't be until after that that both sides submit their final written testimony to the judge. Then the judge will take the time to go through each argument for every single contested ballot. This recount has gone on for so long that it's turned into a cautionary tale over at the State Board of Elections.
In fact, I use Macon County quite often as an example in those cases where I will tell someone, well, to get an idea of how extensive and how expensive a recount can be, look at the Macon County Sheriff's race.
The written testimonies from both sides will include arguments over every single one of the dozens of ballots that were submitted into evidence for this recount. Now, coming up at 6, we're going to take a look at just how big the legal fees have been getting for both sides of this case, as this case is drawn out for now years. Paul?
Yeah, if it's not resolved soon, there's going to be a new race for sheriff in that county. Cole, we'll look forward to your report at 6. Thanks. Questions about the race have lingered, as Cole mentioned, since 2018 after Sheriff Antonio Brown beat Jim Root by 1 vote. A U.S. attorney in central Illinois who was appointed under former President Trump submitted his resignation today. John Milheiser was appointed in 2018. His last day will be February 28th. He was asked to resign by the Biden administration, a traditional decision made by incoming presidents, but Congressman Rodney Davis and Darren LaHood argued he shouldn't have been immediately dismissed until a replacement was approved by the Senate. A man from Clinton's facing fraud charges. He's accused of lying to a school district about broken computer equipment. Federal prosecutors say Joshua Raymer has a plea hearing next week. Court dockets show he worked in IT for the Blue Ridge School District between 2016 and 2018 and told officials more than 100 network switches failed. Investigators say he then sold them while posing as a business. Cost more than $500,000 between the district and that equipment vendor. A teenager's facing charges after crashing a truck into Lake Paradise. Coles County deputies responded after 1 a.m. They found a truck halfway underwater. Dive teams found no one inside. Deputies say the driver and 1 passenger left. Now, investigators did find that suspected driver, 19-year-old Connor Alvis. He was ticketed for DUI and underage drinking. A business owner is left cleaning up after her restaurant in Shelbyville was damaged by a fire. Fire chief says the area surrounding Long Branch Grill was filled with 90 firefighters from 6 departments who worked to get the flames under control. Fire started in the kitchen and spread to other floors of the building. The apartment above had to be evacuated. No one was hurt. An employee who's worked there for 10 years says it's not only a loss for staff, but the whole Shelbyville community.
A lot of emotion. It's really sad. We've with all of the customers, we've just really had a lot of really good customers over the years. It's just really devastating.
The cause of that fire is still under investigation. A new update on the COVID-19 vaccine was announced, and people under 65 with pre-existing conditions will soon be able to get that shot. WCIA 3's Abigail Metch is live in the newsroom tonight. Abigail, how do people feel about this change?
Well, Paul, as we know, the rollout of the vaccine here in Illinois has not gone smoothly. Today, I spoke to someone whose elderly parents were told that the vaccine simply isn't available in their town. With more people eligible to get the vaccine, some are worried that it's going to be even harder for seniors and frontline workers to get theirs. But there's also many others who are hopeful that the more people can get vaccinated, the better it will be for everyone.
I think that's wonderful. I think the more that are vaccinated, the better. We all need to be vaccinated so we can move forward and get over this and get, on with our lives.
Since yesterday, more than 300 new vaccine sites have been added in the state of Illinois, including several at pharmacies like CVS, Walgreens, Meijer, and Walmart. Because vaccine supply is limited, appointments are still required, and people are being encouraged to sign up for their second dose while they're getting their first vaccination. Paul?
Good advice. All right, Abigail, thanks for the update. So, who gets the vaccine first has been a big talking point for politicians in Springfield. The state's top doctor fielded questions from senators today about the state's vaccination plan. State expanded eligibility, as we mentioned, despite some of the most vulnerable having not gotten vaccinated. Dr. Ngozi Ezike said only 1/4 of the state's population over 65 has gotten their first dose.
We're trying to coordinate to make sure that our seniors are not in any way left behind, as that we still are focused on that group as well.
The Senate Health Committee that quizzed Dr. Ezike included newly elected Senator Darren Bailey, who told WCIA earlier this week he still doesn't believe masks help stop the spread of the virus, which is scientifically inaccurate. Here's a look at today's COVID numbers statewide. More than 1.5 million vaccines have been administered in Illinois. The 7-day rolling average is 56,000 shots daily. 69,000 people rolled up their sleeves yesterday. So let's take a look at infection rates. The state is reporting more than 2,800 new cases and another 102 deaths. Some good news, the 7-day positivity rate is now 3.9%. And the last time it was below 4% was back on October 9th, when it was 3.8%. It was a cold and busy night for one state trooper. How a young driver from Champaign made it a little brighter. Plus, a school district is trying to plan for a return to the classroom, what it's asking parents to do to speed up that process.